What's up, YouTube? I'm doing a double duty here. I got my Instagram live up and I have YouTube live going. So I wanted to come on here and celebrate the 3K milestone that I just reached. And because of that, I want to answer some questions from you guys. If you guys have any inquiries about your relationship or what you got going on, I'll do my best at trying to bounce back and forth from both of you guys, from both of the lives, And if you have questions, I'll try to say it so you guys can follow, get a little bit of context on where I'm going. So I got lint on my head, lint balls. It's a new sweater. Mamba mentality. So happy Friday. I'm well, George. Thank you. Thank you for that. Where are you from, George? Love for Quincy. It's good to see you guys. Happy Friday. I hope you had a great week. I hope my post from Instagram has been inspiring and helping push you through some of those difficult times and some of those anxious thoughts you guys may be feeling. Lisa the Gypsy. SoCal. So you 2 hours behind me over there then. If you're in Southern California, it's probably 4 o'clock there. Yeah. I got a couple people I work with out there, man. Happy Friday either way. What's the weather like? Is it cold? Because here in the Midwest, it's a little bit chilly. I'm glad you're doing more YouTube videos again. Yeah, coaching really took off and I started to lose a lot of time, and I wanted to get back to the meat and potatoes. The thing that I really love to do is to get on here and to coach as many people as I can, which is why I'm really trying to push my group coaching and my membership coaching packages, because I want to talk to as many people as I can. And if it means drastically reducing my prices in order to reach you guys, in order to get this information out to you, and for me to pass the information that I have to as many people and many eyeballs as possible, then I'll do that. It is what it is, because it's not about the money for me. Literally, it's really not. I was working in the mentoring business for a really long time, and the finances weren't there. The rewards were there. The mental rewards, what they call it, the purposeful gains were there, but it wasn't about the money. So that's really what I want to do. I'm working on writing a book right now, and I'm really excited about this book. If you guys haven't seen my other book, my first book I wrote, which is Fruitful Seeds, How to Plant Your Seeds, how I planted my seeds throughout separation and divorce, I suggest you go check it out. I don't think it was a very well-written book, but it had a lot of good information, and a lot of the meat and potato of the book was I gave you tips on how I healed, which was working on myself, focusing on my kids, and a bunch of other little tips in there from books and quotes and stuff that I was listening to and watching at that time, or reading at that time. What's up, Felicia? Hey, how have you been though? I know it's been a while since we've spoken to each other. I hope everything's going good for you. It's raining. Yeah. I'm right here on Lake Michigan. And today it was cool because the lake doesn't freeze, but it was a lot of snow on there, and it pushed it up to the edge of the lake. So it looked really cool. It gave it like this mountainous looking effect. So I tried to get some pictures. I'll probably go out and get some pictures tomorrow. But today I just really kind of decompressed. I was listening to a book called Thinking Big. I don't know if you ever heard of that book. Any of you guys chime in if you have. Thinking Big. And it's a really cool book. It kind of makes you think about all the limiting things that we tell ourselves, the stories that we tell ourselves, the narratives that we let other people push on us, and we decide to grasp onto that and call it reality or keeping it real. Hey, if you guys are on Instagram coming in, I'm doing a YouTube live right now, so I apologize if I can't bounce back and forth. What's up, Paris? I'm trying to double duty today because it's Friday. I rarely do Friday night lives, and this is kind of cool to do it and to get on here and to see everybody again. Got people from Arizona, Southern California, New York, people all over the place. So it's good to see everybody. And back to the book. I'm actually reading this book too, The Greatest Secret, Rhonda Bynes. This book, I watched the movie so many times. listened to a lot of Bob Proctor stuff about the power of positive thinking and how I was able, I'm good, Paris, how I was able to really transform my life by transforming my thoughts. My attitude had to change. My whole mentality had to be reshifted, had to be rooted up. This is why I named my business Fruitful Seeds. The things that people were telling me and the stories that I was hearing from people that I was coaching and from books that I was reading and other successful people that are there at where I want to be at, I had to make sure that I have planted some fruitful seeds in my own life. And I really uprooted some of those things that I learned from childhood. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the things that I was taught and a lot of things that I was told from people who I trusted and I confided in, it just wasn't good things. It just wasn't something that was healthy for my mind to believe, because we call ourselves, they call themselves trying to keep it real. Like, if you ever seen a movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, where Will Smith told his son was trying to play basketball, and he told his son, he say, no, put the ball down, son. That's something that we're not good at. We don't play basketball. And then he thought about it. He thought about, here I am trying to get on Wall Street, trying to pursue my dreams, and I'm not being told no. I'm not taking no as an answer. But then here I am doing this to my son. I'm telling my son we don't do this. I'm limiting his beliefs. I'm putting these blockades on his possibilities. And he said, you know what, son? Don't ever let anybody tell you what you can't do. And that's just it. These things right here. Somebody just shared a video in my inbox yesterday, and I thought it was powerful. I don't know what the movie was. You're in the UK and it's snowing. 16 a.m. Is that 1600 hours? What is that? I'm guessing it's around midnight. Well, you're in the UK, so you're 5 hours ahead of me, I know. 7 hours, sorry. I went to no contact with my DA and reached out to my... All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get back to that right now. Just give me a second. And so in the movie, he said, don't ever let anybody tell you what you can't do. You want to be a basketball player, you go do it. You do it. And the video that I was sent was crazy. Somebody was it was a lady talking to a man, and the man was like, no, I can't. I believed the lie the whole time. And she's like, what lie? What was the lie that they told you? The lie that it isn't going to be that easy. He was like, and she said, really? So what do you believe about that? It's like, it's all a lie. What's the lie? It is going to be that easy. All I have to do is believe. Like Napoleon Hill says, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you can achieve. But so many people get hung up on that second part of the equation. Whatever the mind can conceive, you can conceive whatever. I can conceive, I'm gonna go out and be a truck driver tomorrow. I can conceive it, but if I don't believe it within here, if my subconscious mind isn't backing me up and telling me that, hey, this is something that we can actually make a reality, we can manifest this into our own personal universe, then it's not going to happen. So what up? Am I investing? No, I'm not investing. Actually, I got some coin, I got some Bitcoin and some Stellar, but it's Coinbase stuff. I'm not doing anything as far as like, I know everything that's going on, the turmoil going on with the stock market, and I don't have time to get my hands into that, but I really wish, I had some extra capital to do it. But right now, what's going on, designer? So sorry, I went no contact with my DA, and he reached out to me by texting a photo. We started texting again, but it's not going anywhere. It's only been 2 weeks though. Yes, you have to be careful. Like I said, they will re-engage. They typically don't re-engage. They typically don't reach out again. So I think that's an anomaly in itself. And it's important to remember that people aren't always exactly what you think they are. Like you can't ping them to be a certain type if they haven't taken a quiz, or they don't know, if you don't know exactly who they are. Because some people they can appear to be somebody that's a love avoidant, but they could be somebody also that's monkey branching, that's going out and talking to other people, trying to find their best options. So you got to be careful about and I know the mind is a protective tool. The whole purpose for your mind is to protect you from danger and harm. So when you start to see somebody operating this with certain mannerisms, you want to put a label on it because you want to know how to maneuver from there so you can essentially protect yourself from further harm. And also you don't want to do any more harm to them. So you try to put a label on it, which is why so many people are so quick to throw the word narcissist out there. Like, we're just labeling people narcissists willy-nilly. But here's the thing. Narcissists are very rare. Like, somebody that is an absolute bona fide narcissist, it's a very small percentage of people who are actually narcissists. And narcissistic tendencies, we all have that part of us that's selfish, that's arrogant, that's prideful. But when it comes to narcissist NPD, that's a whole nother ball game, and we have to be careful about labeling people certain things. But that is cool that he reached back out. I would say, yeah, definitely be cautious. Try not to be too aggressive with your communication, and take things one day at a time. Text them every 3-4 days. Try not to spook the cat, or try not to make the turtle go back in the shell. I mean, that's not any type of innuendo. That's just for what I teach, for my Instagram audience, for what I teach people who are love avoidance. Whenever they have emotionally intense conversations or problems that arise, they go back into their emotional shell and they wait for the danger to clear. Okay, it's been 9 months since I caught my DA. I'm gonna get here real soon. What's up, NPR? I'm gonna get there real soon. Can you explain breadcrumbing? Breadcrumbing is when people they give you little nuggets of attention and affection, but they never really plan on giving you the whole loaf of bread. Breadcrumbing is something that people do when they're not quite sure if they want to be in this situation with you, or this situationship, or they may be talking to other people, but they'll keep coming back and giving you a little bit of nuggets to keep you around so you don't disappear on them. That's what breadcrumbing essentially is. And it's kind of, if you combine that with monkey branches, which is mean when people swing from one person to the other person until they figure out where they really want to be, that's kind of a tool that they use to keep you around, to make sure that you're okay and you're not going to blow up on them. Because the instant that they breadcrumb you blow up on them, then you may not hear from them again. But then, like I said, you teach people how to treat you. So if you're letting them just breadcrumb you and giving you a little bit of information, a little bit of, not information, but a little bit of affection, then they're going to keep running with it, especially if you're not making them commit. What about gaslighting? Oh, so gaslighting, it's interesting. Gaslighting is essentially crazy making. All right, so you can have a conversation with somebody. I mean, this happens all the time. I'm still live. This happens all the time. It's basically when people try to make you feel crazy about a certain interaction that you guys had. For example, if somebody was to tell you that, hey, I'll be there by 8 o'clock, if you're going out on a date, and they never show up at 8 o'clock, and then you reach out to them and say, hey, what happened? You were supposed to come at 8 o'clock. And it was like, I never said that. Well, yeah, you did. I got the text messages right here. We talked on the phone about this. Yeah, but I never said 8 o'clock. So then you'll be questioning yourself like, did I not? Or if you see somebody cheating on you, somebody's walking down the street and you see your boyfriend walking with another girl, and you may have played it smooth, and you confront them back at the house and you say, hey, I saw you with that other girl today. And they gaslight you and say, no, that wasn't me. What? Like, I wasn't even in that area. Nah, you're tripping. So gaslighting is essentially crazy making. It makes you feel like what you saw or what you heard or the interaction that you guys had makes you feel like it didn't happen. So you question your sanity, and you question whether or not what you saw with your own eyes or what you heard with your own ears was true or not. I'm interested in group therapy. I also enjoy the Discord server on another channel. Discord is a great way to. Yeah, I have a Discord, but I don't really use it. Like I'm doing Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter now. So it's really, I'm really busy. I got a lot of different avenues. I need to hire a team is what I need to do to help me push my content. I need to get my Gary Vaynerchuk stuff on, you know. Can you talk more about disorganized attachment style? I am one with the dismissive. So disorganized is just another name for the fearful avoidant attachment. And I can tell you that I work with a lot of women that, and I'm not a therapist, okay? I just want to make that clear. I run with the facts that people give me. And for women who identify themselves as fearful avoidance, I work with quite a few of those. So you have to be careful about when you want to pull out of communication or pull out of a relationship, because you're going to be, it's like, what I learned about you guys is you guys live a lot in the future, right? You guys are constantly thinking about what could happen, what should happen, and you make up these narratives. And that's a good book for you guys to read would be Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements, because the four agreements are don't make any assumptions, don't take anything personal, always do your best, and be impeccable with your word. So those first two, don't make any assumptions, and don't take anything personal. That'll be huge for you to really apply to your life, because like I said, you guys are constantly hyper vigilant, and usually it's just extreme trauma. Like you may have went through a relationship with somebody that was a narcissist, like a real narcissist, like a narcissistic ex, somebody who was abusive and treated you poorly. So you're always going to have those, like I call them spidey senses. Your spidey senses is always going to be like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Hold on, wait, I'm picking up on something. I'm starting to see something here, and I'm not really feeling it. So it's the people who trigger you the most are people with an unhealthy attachment style. People that are too anxious is going to make you feel like, whoa, this guy is too much. Like I want it when I want it, because you guys are hot and cold. You want it in 1 second, and the next minute you'll be thinking like, this is way too overwhelming, way too much. I need to take space. But for a dismissive avoidant, you'll think like, was this person really into me? No, he's probably talking to other girls. He's probably doing this. He's probably doing that. And it's going to make you want to pull away from him too. So it's a little bit, it's tough. And you guys really need to do some real healing. A beautiful mess. I think that's interesting that you use that as your handle. But you don't have to own that. You don't have to claim that, okay? You don't have to claim that attachment style. You can change your attachment style by doing the work on yourself. Do affirmations, do shadow work, reach out to a therapist, really do an overhaul over everything that you've been doing right now. Okay? It's been 9 months since I caught my DX in her affair. The worst is over, but I still suffer from social anxiety. I still feel very traumatized. George, sorry to hear that, man. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. And the rule of thumb that I like to live by is for every year that you were in the serious relationship, it's going to take 2 to 3 months for you to completely heal from that relationship, unless you really do some overhauling like I just talked about for the fearful avoidant. I never knew he was a DA until he moved out. Yeah, I tell people the quickest way to make a DA deactivate from you and to pull away from you is to move in their house. Take up their space. The sooner you do that, the quicker you're going to end that relationship, because you're going to start to see a lot of inconsistencies. Your idea of quality time is going to be completely different. Tisha, hey, sorry, I'm going here. My apologies. DA is moving to a new relationship after a couple of months post breakup. What about it? Is it normal? Yeah, if they're repressing, if they're trying not to feel the relationship breakup, if they're not trying to feel those emotions, then I feel like anybody will move on if the right person comes along, or if they're trying to suppress those feelings. I wish I could do true no contact, but I have 5 children, so I have to interact with her and her family boyfriend every few days. So keep it business-like. If you must, if it's possible, use a third party. Use somebody that's going to help you do the transport of the kids, the middle guy. If you don't have to see him, if you don't have to see her or talk to her, I would advise for it until you can really get yourself to a better state mentally. because every time you see her, I know you're going to start, hey, Tisha, Tisha or Tisha. Why do I always say that? I just call you T. Um, you're going to have to keep that barrier between you guys until you can deactivate yourself, until you can start to heal. Because every time you see her, you're going to be feeling some type of way. There's going to be some emotional buttons being pushed, and you're going to be reliving that trauma all over again. It's just like when you skin your knee as a kid and your mom tell you to stop scraping that scab off, and then you just keep scraping it because it's fun and it's something to do. And every time you open it up, it bleeds again, and then your knee, that wound started to turn blacker. And your mom's like, I told you to stop peeling that scab off. It's the same thing people do with checking people's social media that they've been with, their exes, checking their social media and driving past their house, all those things, seeing them at work, all those things are just going to be peeling that scab off. And it's painful. I can remember when I was a kid, that didn't feel good to continuously peel off that scab. That kind of hurt. And then it ended up growing uglier and not being a very pleasant sight to see once it was completely healed. Who's all in here on YouTube? Thumbs this up, share this live. I'm about to wrap it up. I don't like the way that this looks. It looks very cranny, but I got a new computer. Anybody have a suggestion? I have a new laptop, MacBook. Anybody have any suggestions on how to get a better looking picture on here? Would be nice. Hey, I love you too, Ruhi. I think that's your name. Thank you so much for answering my question. I've been obsessed with your videos. Wow. That means a lot. When I first, Tisha, I know when I first started this, I didn't do this to get notoriety or any of that. I started this because I was grieving. And people used to tell me, I heard a saying once that hurt people, you teach best what you most need to learn. And a lot of the videos that I was putting out, a lot of the quotes I was putting out, those were things that I personally needed to hear in that time and in that moment. So that's why I started this. I started this so I could heal. And then the more disclosing and the more vulnerable I was with people were resonating with it. And they were saying, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly what I was going through. Like, yeah, well, that's kind of interesting. Now I know I'm not alone. And that's what this whole journey in life is all about. This whole heartbreak and any type of trauma that you're going through is just knowing that you're not alone. If you guys haven't joined my membership on my YouTube, I appreciate you guys doing that. It's only $1.99 a month, $10 for the weekly group coaching sessions. We do group coaching sessions over Zoom every Thursday. I appreciate you guys. And if you do the higher packages, you can do a one-on-one live session with me every month. Just me and you. We can get it done, set goals for yourself, help you get through healing of your breakups, whatever it is you need to get done. How you sign up is you go onto my homepage and you click the join button. I don't know. There's a lot of people that struggle with getting to my membership. And it sucks. I really wish that YouTube kind of did a better job at explaining it to me because I'm a nerd, like I'm like a techie. So I'd pick up on it. But the best way you can do it is go to my homepage, my YouTube channel, and it's a join button there. You just click the join button and pick that option that's best for you. Love the content. Can you make videos discussing attachment styles and how they receive apologies? Huh. That's an interesting one. Well, first of all, I can tell you the anxious attachments will love apologies because anything that feels like loving and coming closer, it's just the bee's knees for them. But for the love avoidance, they may not trust that apology. They may be a little bit reluctant about accepting you because they feel like a lot of things that people say to them, or if somebody buys them gifts and stuff, they feel like you're trying to manipulate them, and like there's going to be, like one of my clients from Canada say, they're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, whatever that. I'm still trying to figure that analogy out. Hey, Instagram, if you guys are just coming in, I'm on YouTube Live. If you want to join my membership, you get one-on-one group coaching every Thursday, and our one-on-one group coaching. But you also get one-on-one coaching from me, and it is a substantially decreased rate than my regular rate. You know, if you were to go out and purchase a session with me, just one-on-one coming straight from my website, then it's a lot more. So I really want to help you guys out as far as COVID and people having job loss, and helping make affection great again. You know, and that's all I'm trying to do. That's really good, coach. It's like you heal yourself and you heal others. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had to I had to heal myself. Um, can't figure it out. I wish I could show you how to get there, but I can't. Like if you click my icon and you go to my homepage, it should be like a few different options there. You got join. Let me see if I can find it myself. Actually, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat right now. Cool, cool. It's something that is very frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like there's a lot of people that miss out on it. And I just reached that 3K subscribers. Hopefully, I get Instagram next. What are y'all waiting on? Why aren't y'all sending out this feed to people? Why aren't you sending my page and sharing it to people? All right, I got it. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. All right. Hopefully that does it for you. Let's pause and wait and hope it works out. So, like I said, you guys you get in front of the line when it comes to, because I get so many daily emails, it actually gets overwhelming. But for the people who are part of the membership, you guys get first dibs. Like I respond to your emails quicker. One-on-one sessions. It should be there. That's interesting. Okay, I got another place. Give me